Ladies and gentlemen, super scoop that was broken first on Times Now. The Enforcement Directorate has summoned Sushant Singh Rajput's girlfriend Rhea Chakrabarti on the 7th of August, that's Friday. This with regards to two plush Mumbai properties which have been traced to her. Times Now has accessed all the details and that's not all. There is more trouble in store for Rhea, who is allegedly already on the run as claimed by the Bihar police, but her lawyers say don't speculate, matter is sub judice. We have now accessed many details. Let me first tell you, August 7th, that's Friday morning, ED has summoned Rhea and we have accessed the details of the questions that are going to be asked. 7th of August is the big appointment for Rhea with the ED. Two high-value properties have been traced to Rhea and these purchases have taken place in recent times. Recent times is what the ED is referring to. Properties worth crores of rupees are now linked to Rhea, and the question is that is going to be asked her, did it happen between the time she moved in with Sushant Singh Rajput, because she moved in May 2019, he died in June, 1 year. In 1 year, what is the kind of wealth that Rhea Chakrabarti has amassed? Because that is the Sushant Singh Rajput's family's allegation, his father's FIR, that's what it's all about. Summons have been given to Rhea both through email and WhatsApp messages, given the fact that there is inclement weather in Mumbai, and this definitely should not be an excuse for Rhea not to turn up, because her CA, who was summoned today, also gave the same accused, and he's now been summoned tomorrow. So Rhea's chartered accountant summoned tomorrow, Rhea Chakrabarti herself summoned on the 7th of August, and that's the day she's going to be questioned on financial transaction, and a big questionnaire has been prepared for her by the sleuths in the Enforcement Directorate. But big breaking news that's coming up next. This will shock you. This is a stunner. In 2018-19, which is the last income tax return that has been filed by Rhea Chakrabarti, her net income was 14 lakh rupees. 14 lakh rupees as per her IT records. A woman who has a net income of 14 lakh rupees in the year preceding her moving in with Sushant Singh Rajput now has two high-value purchases worth crores of rupees. Is the allegation of the Singh family, Mr. KK Singh, father of Sushant Singh Rajput, who said that he fears 15 crore may have been siphoned off from Sushant Singh Rajput's accounts. 14 lakh net income of Rhea Chakrabarti as per IT sources, but ED is now looking at high-value property purchases, some of them in the plush area of Bandra and that area where Sushant Singh Rajput lived. Was Rhea siphoning off property? And today, there have been angles that we've looked at. The ITR details and the property details is what the ED is questioning. There have been emails, more emails that have come out, and emails which clearly show that the Mumbai police had got not just the WhatsApp's complaints on 19th of February and 25th of February, but even before that, the family was complaining to them and they were burying everything under the carpet, and that emails of Rhea Chakrabarti, emails of Sushant Singh Rajput were being accessed by Rhea Chakrabarti or somebody she had appointed. And these emails operated, changed, tampered with some things that Sushant Singh Rajput had in his email account. Who was tampering his email account? That's the big question. The properties, the investigation on the financial angle, big investigations coming in, and even as we speak, the CBI is in the process of registering an FIR, given the fact that the Supreme Court has not given a stay on this, and the cover-up that the Mumbai cops, the Maharashtra government have been doing so far clearly haven't cut any ice with the Supreme Court. Let me go across to my colleague Bhavtosh Singh. Bhavtosh, high-value properties purchased and income tax returns in 2018-2019 only 14 lakhs. With that kind of income, how could RIA actually afford properties, and two of them worth crores of rupees? Bhavtosh?
Navika, the day when ED registered this case last week, many questioned why a federal probe agency which looks after cases of money laundering is interested in a case of relationship going sour. Now it appears that ED has definitely widened the scope of its probe, and under the scanner are two companies that were floated by Sushant Singh Rajput, or allegedly floated by him, in September 2019 and January 2020. The directors of these companies were Riya Chakrabarti, her father Indrajit Chakrabarti, and brother Shouvik Chakrabarti. ED suspects that these companies were used for money laundering. The question is that if her income is around 14 lakh rupees, who in fact purchased these houses, in whose name these houses have been purchased. More importantly, the father's allegation that 15 crore rupees was siphoned off from his son's bank account. Was that money used to purchase these properties? But these properties are high value properties in Mumbai, so the cost of these properties could be much higher than 15 crore rupees. So it could be possible that the real beneficial owner of these property could be someone else, and Riya could just be fronting these properties. And that's the reason why Riya Chakrabarti has been called in for questioning. And a day earlier, her CA Ritesh will be questioned by the Enforcement Directorate. And today, one of her close associates, Samuel Miranda, was in fact quizzed by Enforcement Directorate for hours. So clearly, the ED is widening the scope of its probe, and it could be possible that many big names will be called in for questioning by the Federal Probe Agency.
Well, the legitimate question, therefore, we are asking on the News Hour tonight is simply this. Is the Mumbai police shielding Riya? Has it been shielding Riya all through? That's the question and the debate coming up. Hashtag Sushant Probe Cover Up and the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And joining me tonight, Amit Satam, BJP MLA from Mumbai, Sarthak Nayak, lawyer, Satya Prakash Mishra, General Secretary of the JDU, Karuna Nandi, advocate in the Supreme Court, Abbas Hafiz, political analyst, and Manasvi Thapar, lawyer and political analyst. And my first question goes to Sarthak Nayak, who's also a petitioner in this case. And Sarthak Nayak, I want to ask you, can somebody who has an income of 14 lakhs buy properties worth crores of rupees? And therefore, if this is the angle the Enforcement Directorate is probing now, has summoned Riya for, is this now the family's complaint on financial irregularities as the motive suddenly becoming the new angle of investigation, which the Mumbai police did not pay any attention to since February right up to August after the death of Sushant Singh Rajput, despite getting earlier complaints and warnings?
It is not audible. Cut gaya.
Sarthak, can you hear me? Well, let me ask that question to Amit Satam.
Well, what I think is, right from the complaints of Sushant's family from 19th February, 25th February, Disha's death on 8th of June, and thereafter Sushant's death on 14th of June. I think these incidents or these events together portray the most ghastly cover-ups that this country has ever seen. If the Mumbai police wants, then the Mumbai police can look into this matter and can investigate into this matter and solve this case within hours, because they have the authority to do it, they have the resources to do it. They can, simple things like the way Sushant's body was found on the bed, it raises a lot of suspicions. What about the post-mortem report? What about the forensic report? What about the observations? What about the investigations into Disha Salian's death? What about the party, the alleged party that Disha Salian was a part of before she died? Did she speak to Sushant before she died? All these angles, it is extremely sad that news channels are probing into this particular matter and presenting all the facts in front of the whole country, in front of the public. This is the job of Mumbai police. And today, the Supreme Court has wrapped the Mumbai police by saying that Sushant's death happened in unusual circumstances. They have also wrapped the Mumbai police and the BMC for quarantining the senior IPS officer of Bihar police. This actually goes to show the direction in which Mumbai police tried to pave this particular case in a totally different direction. They tried to create a totally different perception about this entire matter. And I think today at least, it is my sincere request to Mumbai police, stand up to your uniform. Don't stand up to your political masters. Your motto is Sadarakshanaya Khalani Grahanaya, protector of good and destroyer of evil. Stand up to your motto, stand up to your uniform, stand up to your duty.
Impassioned plea by Amit Satam, but let me also welcome tonight Mr. Vikas Singh, who is representing Sushant Singh's family and eminent senior advocate. And today in the Supreme Court, Mr. Vikas Singh, it's been a partial victory for you. There is no protection for Riya, but now with the Enforcement Directorate getting into the investigation, I want to ask you, an income tax return of 2018-2019 showed by Riya actually ends up in a purchase of 2 plush properties in Mumbai. That is what the Enforcement Directorate is now going to question Riya Chakrabarti about when they have summoned her on 7th of August. Do you think this provides, in case it can be proven, then this provides a motive, and therefore the suicide angle becomes completely wide open once this has been proved?
Well, Navika, in fact, not only the suicide angle, if you look at the inquest which the Mumbai police is doing, now if they had just seen that there was no stool on which Sushant had stood up, and the distance between the fan and Sushant's height and the whatever he used for the purpose of hanging, if you add that together, he can't hang. So if he can't hang, there is no question of his dying by hanging, and there is no question of suicide. And then the body is taken to Cooper Hospital, which is owned by it's a government public-private partnership, and where Bal Thackeray was the promoter of that hospital in the beginning. And they don't take him to Lilavati Hospital, which is nearby, another government hospital which is nearby. So all these issues, which should have been looked into in the inquest, which is the only job of the police to do in an inquest, has not been done. And they have not even tried to find out whether a person could hang in the manner in which he had done, because if you add up the 3, his feet is touching the bed, so there is no way that he can hang. And as far as the ED is concerned, since there is a predicate offence under the PMLA Act, if there is a predicate offence in which you are charged by an FIR, then the ED definitely steps in. And here, if the money which is the proceed of crime, if it has been laundered, and if it has been tried to be legitimized, because there is huge cash withdrawal from the account of Sushant for office expenses, and there was no office running. So all that was, definitely laundering of money. And since ED has already stepped in, it's a complete independent probe which has nothing to do with the FIR. So the FIR, whether it is investigated by the Patna police or by the CBI, the proceedings of the ED are completely independent, and they will go on separately. So if Riya participates in that inquiry, I am sure ED will take this case to towards logical end. And if she refuses to participate, then definitely it will be a ground for ED to arrest her, or even for the CBI to arrest her, because I believe today this notification has been issued, and now the CBI should step in from tomorrow.
I want to ask you, Mr. Vikas Singh, this angle, despite it being brought to the notice of Mumbai police in February earlier, when there are WhatsApp messages available, the fact that there is a financial angle, the fact that Sushant Singh Rajput's life was at risk, the fact that even before 19th and 25th of February, there were other WhatsApp messages which have been leaked by the Mumbai police today, also show more complaints that have been made, and request for questioning somebody like Samuel in this entire case. no attention given to this. Do you get a feeling that Mumbai police has investigated this case fairly, Mr. Vikas Singh? Because none of these angles have been looked at, not even what the Enforcement Directorate is now talking about, the bank accounts, the money withdrawals, nothing, neither pre-suicide or so-called suicide, nor post.
Navika, in what the Mumbai police is doing is just doing an inquest under 174, and as per the Bombay police manual, this inquest is only to find out the nature in which the body was found and whether it could be, that death could have happened by that process or not, and whether the circumstances were, sufficient to indicate that it was a suicide or whether it was murder. So whether, for instance, if he had locked the door from inside, who opened the door, who lowered the body which was hanging. Now Pathania is the person who was there, who apparently lowered the body. When the sister came to the room or to the house, the body was already on the bed. So she didn't see the body hanging. And Pathania was the guy who brought him down. So in an inquest, Pathania would be the most important guy. But Pathania has been allowed to go to Hyderabad. Nobody in the staff has been questioned, and what they are questioning under an inquest, in a FIR they could have, but in an inquest they are questioning everybody from Bollywood who were not there at the scene of crime where the death took place. For everybody from the, so the whole purpose is a cover-up. If you ask me, it's a pure case of, hoping that public memory is short and people will slowly forget Sushant Singh Rajput and start living their own lives, and media glare also will slowly come down, and then they will give a quiet burial to this case and say, but unfortunately Sushant Singh has a huge following and the people are even today so restive, and even people today are wanting to know what happened, how there, even the Honorable Judge Supreme Court said that a very talented actor has lost his life, and we are all very concerned. In open court, the Honorable Judge said today in Supreme Court. So, this is something which is not going to fade in the public eye, and somehow people have, now felt that if this is allowed to happen, then nobody is safe in this country. So, I feel that, and I am glad that people in the media, especially people like you, are taking this case up so strongly and bringing out these facts to the people, bringing it out to the public. And if this continues like this, I'm sure the real truth will come out very soon, and we will know exactly what happened in Sushant Singh Rajput's home. And when the CBI questions all these people and takes them into custody and interrogates them, they will all start talking, and they will all start singing what exactly was happening in that household for the last 6 days. So I'm really thankful, Navika, for people like you, especially you. You've done a fantastic job in this Sushant Singh Rajput continuing.
Mr. Vikas Singh, we are only asking the questions because at this point of time, while my entire team working very hard on this entire case, because this is something that is a campaign for us, because if it is a death by suicide, then why are there so many unanswered questions, and why is the Mumbai police defending Riya Chakrabarti more than trying to find out who's responsible for this? That is the question that this country really wants to know, and it's not just us here on Times Now, but it is the people of India who are demanding answers. And Karuna Nandi, I want to ask you this. That not one financial angle looked at, not one person who is related or looked at Sushant Singh Rajput. I've done a 1-hour interview with Siddharth Pitania, Buddha Pitania, who was the man who discovered the body, so to say. No questions asked, absolutely no questions that the Mumbai police finds that there is, which are unexplained. We, as journalists, can find inconsistencies in his versions that he is given. But the Mumbai police sees nothing wrong. Isn't that rather strange? Because it seems like the Mumbai police is not interested in the truth. What it is interested in is vilifying the family, victim shaming, and on the other hand, protecting those who have been accused by the family 4 months before this incident happened.
Navika, we don't know what the Mumbai police has found and what they haven't found, because there's a reason that
You don't know?
investigations in any police
Karuna Nandi,
force
you don't
are
know.
not-
They don't even allow
No,
the
you
Bihar
don't know.
police to
You
investigate.
don't know.
They quarantine a IPS
you
officer.
don't know.
It's in public. You know, the tamasha is in
Is my
public.
point. Nobody knows is my point. Reason that no investigation is done live on television by police forces is because if something is to be found against Riya Chakrabarti or against Siddharth Patania or against somebody else or against the third person altogether, right? All they have to do is watch the TV and then abscond. So obviously there's a reason that these pair of television channels. Plus, the second thing is that none of us know
what the Mumbai police is going to say.
Manasvi Thapar, why don't you come in?
I think there's a bit of a if I may very
Navika ji,
there's a bit of a
Jai Shri Ram to you
misunderstanding.
and everyone, first of all.
Navika,
Now, so moving on to the investigation point of view, I would want to say what is happening is there is a media trial going on, there is a social media trial going on, there is a YouTube trial going on, there is a Twitter trial going on, there is a Mumbai police trial going on, there is a Bihar investigation going on, there is a ED investigation going on. So there are various.
And now there will be a
angles on the-
CBI investigation, sir.
Perfect.
Something that the Mumbai police never wanted. Something that Riya
Something which
Chakrabarti
the
never
country
wanted. I want to ask you, Mr. Vikas Singh. Mr. Vikas Singh, the media is being blamed for a trial that we are holding. I want to ask you today, put a hand on your heart, Mr. Vikas Singh, and say that if people of India had not connected with this shameful cover-up, if media had not picked up this entire story and the unanswered question, would we have even reached this far? It would have been buried, as a normal suicide case, and everybody would have forgotten it by the 16th of June.
No, actually, Navika, I'm amazed that after his death, now almost 2 months are going to pass his death, almost 1 month and 20 days, more than 20 days have already gone by. And even now, the people of India are so restive to know what happened to Sushant Singh Rajput. Ultimately, media is not doing something, for itself. Media is ultimately reaching out to the people. And it is only if the people want to know that the media will show something. So it's actually a sort of a demand and supply situation. So the media is only fulfilling the demand of the people of this country who want to know why did he die. And I am so grateful to the people of this country, being lawyer of Sushant Singh Rajput, that the people of this country today are not letting this matter, to be put up burial the way Mumbai police is wanting to give it. There are so many credibility issues in the manner in which Mumbai police has investigated this matter. Tell me, Navika, what is the purpose of calling everybody from Bollywood and not on letting Pathania go away to Hyderabad, not going after Miranda, not going after Riya? Riya is virtually behaving as if she is the complainant in this case, when the family even before the death had said that he is surrounded by people whom the family feels is, he is not safe. And still the police, in spite of admitting that they were aware of this complaint of 25th of February 2020, are behaving as if Riya is also a victim. And she merely tweets that it should go to the CBI. And when the matter is in Supreme Court by her, when the Patna police registers the case and the matter gets transferred to the CBI, she says, no, I'm not interested in CBI. Got it back to the Mumbai police because Mumbai police is doing it in the manner I want it to be done. I mean, it's shamelessly being done by the police in this case, and that is something which is very disturbing. And that is why, Navika, I've always advocated that police should be out of the, they should not be controlled by the government of the day. And that is the only way you can have a fair investigation in crime. Because whenever there is a politician involved, you will find that this is the way the police behaves. And
Thapar, you have a problem with Twitter jury that you're talking about, media trial that you're talking about. Manasvi, would we have got anywhere close to answering, asking the questions that we are asking today? The Mumbai police did not even find anything, important enough to investigate when the first complaint was given that Sushant Singh Rajput was under threat. And this was a complaint by the family where one of the people in the family is an IPS officer, commissioner of police in another state, making that request. And he was complaining about whom? He was talking about a high value citizen in the area of Bandra, which came under the Bandra police station. And they didn't even
Correct.
try to find out.
Isn't
Isn't it a legitimate
Navika ji,
question
I
to
was-
ask कि आम आदमी
Yeah,
का
very
क्या
much.
होगा भाई?
No, bilkul. Navika ji, I was not allowed to complete, so please give me 45 seconds uninterrupted. So see, when so many trials were going on, now is the time the Khichdi investigation is going to go out and a clear CBI investigation is going to come into play. But what was happening before was, the Disha Salian's autopsy report was not out. Now it was out. Earlier there was a version that she was she was raped, she was being killed, she was murdered. So these all investigations were by Twitter experts, by YouTube experts, and by some media houses, which were giving some kind of misinformation.
Why are you moving to Disha Salian? Why don't you respond about Riya and Sushant Singh Rajput? You know, why are you changing? Why are you changing? First answer the question I'm asking. We'll get to Disha Salian later.
Yeah, Navika ji, truth will prevail. We need to trust the investigation authorities. Now, 2 days back in your own channel, I had said the Bihar government is going to give it to the CBI. Now we see it as a concluding step. CBI is going to take it up. So the speculations and interpretations and investigations from the so-called experts are going to end in a clear-cut investigation.
Sarthak Nayak, you are a petitioner. Now let me ask you, Manasvi Thapar is trying to show कि बड़ा एहसान हो गया कि ये सीबीआई को चला गया केस. ये तो वही लोग थे जो अपोज कर रहे थे. बिहार has no jurisdiction. Why should the case go to CBI? Mumbai police is well versed to look into this case. Today they are saying now it's gone to the CBI. Now there's a khichdi of investigation. अरे कहाँ तक बचोगे? Why don't you call the failure of the Mumbai police right on its face? Sarthak Nayak?
I think Mumbai police should be addressed as co-conspirators, co-accused and probable accused, not even probable accused, direct accused. Let me tell you with a lot of responsibility, the scope of investigation is now not only limited to the death of Sushant Singh Rajput, but also the role of Bombay police. Now, Riya Chakrabarti may be investigated by the ED agencies, but we have to find out who are the conspirators, who are behind it. If you see the conduct of Bombay police, 3 things are possible. Number 1, either they are hand in glove. Number 2, there is a lot of pressure on them. Number 3, they are trying to protect somebody. These angles need to be investigated by the Central Bureau, and there is no doubt they are guilty as perpetrator or protagonist of the commission of the crime.
Definitely
Today, hats off to the Solicitor General of India, Mr. Tushar Mehta, who proactively went to court and said that this is a fit case for CBI investigation. For that, it is absolutely a matter between the court and the CBI, and court is going to put a stamp under 142 of the Constitution of India. But let me tell you, the conduct of Bombay police is apparent on the face of the record. Nobody, even a layman, can also tell you that there is a reasonable bias which is reflected from their character. In February, if somebody is sending
fair points raised, Manasvi Thapar. Calm down, Manasvi Thapar, calm down. You've had your say. Let me get in Karuna Nandi, with whom we had audio problems earlier. Let me get in Karuna Nandi. Karuna Nandi, I want to ask you the basic point. And the basic point here is that there were advance complaints that were made by the family on financial angles and on the fact that Riya was confining him to his house, not letting him meet with the family, that those were their apprehensions, and that his life was at risk. Not one issue was investigated by the Mumbai police. Now let's come to point number 2. The Mumbai police did not heed to the early warnings. Now the so-called suicide happens on the 14th of June. And after that, what do the investigations show us? Siddharth Pithani, the man who we can find several inconsistencies in his entire version of what happened that day. The police did not even bother to tell him that you have to be available in the city. He's gone to Hyderabad, from Hyderabad to Kakinada. He's going around, with his life as usual. I want to ask you, with all of these issues, and Riya, Sarthak Nayak says, is being treated more as a complainant. Vikas Singh also says that. She's being treated as a victim, and the family which has lost their loved one, the father who's lost his son, is being vilified. I want to ask you, is this the natural course of justice in this country that you support?
A few things. Let's take a step back and look at the messages that have been reported in the media with regards to the what the brother-in-law allegedly sent to the Mumbai police. And what has been reported in the media, let me be clear that I am not privy to the Mumbai police's investigation. First, since this discussion is happening, and I think that even since it is happening and since we must look at the possible legal interpretation on the limited information that there is in the public domain, the complaint that was made was not a formal complaint. And also, it did not disclose a cognizable offense. So what does that mean? It means that the police then is not equipped to take any action on it whatsoever. And it's not equipped
You're a lawyer,
to register
Karuna
it as a
Nandi.
complaint.
You're a lawyer. A formal complaint cannot be a WhatsApp complaint. Today, summons have been sent by WhatsApp. Is it not a formal summon?
They said, will you register a complaint?
Navika,
And the family
there is
said,
a
no,
direct judgment of the
we
Delhi
don't
High Court.
want to register
SOA
a
is good
formal
enough.
complaint. You see? So in such a situation,
So
police then
you are turning the IPC on its head, where
No, I'm not.
where
I'm
it is
telling you what
required
the
that
IPC is.
anybody who informs the police of something that may have happened or is about to happen, the police has
Yeah.
to take cognizance of that. Are you saying?
there's a distinction. There are two kinds of offences, right? So Parliament decides when it is a cognizable offence.
Life
And
at
when it is a
risk.
cognizable
Life
offence,
at risk
then
is not a
the police
cognizable
has
offence.
to.
Life
The
at
police
risk
has
is
to
not a
look into it,
cognizable
must look
offence.
into it.
Threat to
So-
life is not a...
Allegedly, when you say, for example, so 503
I just
Right?
want to give a small
used to
example.
be, for example, in
Argument making by the Mansi Thapar. Don't preach the law to the nation.
But in
When
Delhi,
a
for
person
example,
died, a
Section
high-profile
503
person
and
died
506 used to be
in his apartment, and the police is not investigating the case as per the requirement,
Mishra,
as per the law.
Satya Prakash Mishra, Karuna Nandi, advocate says that if it's not a formal registered complaint, then people are allowed to die even if there is a casual mention on a WhatsApp. Satya Prakash Mishra, is that how police
Even a
behaves?
WhatsApp message sent to a police commissioner, even a WhatsApp message asking for any kind of help to the police is duty bound to provide the help to the complaint. That's the law.
Obviously, who's
It
denying
depends
that?
on if it's
Police
a
cannot
formal
sit
or who is
and
denying
just
that.
see,
These are
oh,
two
somebody died.
ways in which
Navika, I would like to
the law treats these issues.
Understand,
So we have to
understand.
be really
Mumbai
clear
police
about
or
that.
whose behaves,
The thing
even
is that
forget.
Karuna Nandi, would you have given the same statement if it was a BJP ruled state? I want to just ask you, in a BJP ruled state, if somebody had made a WhatsApp SOS message to a police officer, would you have been as kind to the BJP government in that state? I just want to ask you. I'm just curious.
I don't think, I think this has become a very political issue, Lavika, because there is an election coming in Bihar. But I really think that whenever we are speaking of police issues anywhere, we really have to take a step back and we have to look at rule of law.
Fantastic. Satya Prakash Mishra, this has become Amit Satam and Satya Prakash Mishra. Karuna Nandi says, this has become a political issue only because there are elections in Bihar. Respond to us, Satya Prakash Mishra.
We have to look very objectively.
It's nothing
at the
like
law.
that. Seeking justice, if seeking justice is political, we do politics to secure justice irrespective of caste, creed,
This is
class and
ridiculous.
religion. Seeking
Absolutely
justice is not
ridiculous.
politics. Seeking justice is to perform our duties. We are duty bound to provide justice to the 74-year-old father of Sushant Singh Rajput and his family and his fans as well.
Abbas Hafiz, I want to ask you, should Mr. KK Singh, father of Sushant Singh Rajput, to be over before he has his right to demand justice for his son? Should all of us zip up because it will be political before the Bihar elections, and we should not demand justice for Sushant Singh Rajput because you think it is politics. And it is not politics when it is a BJP state where something like this may have happened.
I guess Mumbai police is one of the finest police department of the world, Navika ji. And like Karuna was saying, nobody knows what they have done till now, and they'll be submitting their...
Yes, we know what they have done. Of course we know what they have done. Amit Satam, don't we know what they have done? They have detained and quarantined a senior official of the Bihar police, put a stamp on his hand. The entire Bihar police contingent that is in Mumbai has been quarantined, put inside hotels and not allowed to leave. And what they have done is they have not called Riya Chakrabarti ever since these details have been made available. The FIR has been registered by the father. Has there been any summon that has been issued to Riya Chakrabarti? Amit Satam, they want us to believe that we don't know. Of course we know what they have done.
Mumbai police can solve this case in 48 hours. What they have to do? They have to interrogate Riya Chakrabarti. They have to interrogate her brother Soumik Chakrabarti. They have to interrogate Sandeep Singh. They have to interrogate Samuel Miranda. They have to interrogate every servant in the house. That's it. And they will start speaking like parrots.
Mr. Abbas Hafiz, I just want to ask you one simple question. Abbas Hafiz, a lady whose income tax return says her net income is 14 lakh rupees just last year. 14 lakh rupees, and she buys 2 plush properties. The ED can find it out in 2 days. You think the Mumbai police cannot find this out?
Navika ji, will you let me speak?
Want to find it out.
I hope you won't interrupt now. Because these BJP guys will never be interrupted. These other guys of other ideology will never be interrupted. But the moment me, Karuna or Manasvi will speak,
पर जवाब दीजिए ना. आप मुझे बताइए कि 14 लाख की नेट इनकम वाले 2 प्लस प्रॉपर्टीज कैसे खरीदते हैं, ये बताइए. ये मुंबई पुलिस को पता नहीं है.
तो आपको पता है कि मुंबई पुलिस ने क्या किया है अभी तक? मुंबई पुलिस की इन्वेस्टिगेशन,
अगर मुंबई पुलिस को ये पता होता तो रिया को बुलाते कि नहीं. एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट ने समन किया है, मुंबई पुलिस ने समन किया कि नहीं फाइनेंशियल इरेगुलरिटीज वाले एंगल पर. जब सुशांत के पिताजी ने ये एफआईआर दर्ज की, उसके बाद मुंबई पुलिस ने क्या किया?
मुंबई पुलिस ने क्लीन चिट दी है नविका जी. क्या क्लीन चिट देती है जो आप इतना ज्यादा हंगामा कर रही हैं यहाँ पे?
मुंबई पुलिस तो कह रही है कि फैमिली की प्रॉब्लम है, फैमिली खराब है.
पुलिस का इन्वेस्टिगेशन कभी होगा, अभी तो आप उसके ऊपर आरोप लगाएंगे, लेकिन कम से कम 40 मिनट बढ़ा के हमको बोलने दिया कि हमारी सिर्फ इतनी सी आपको एक्सपेक्टेशन है. अगर हम 48 मिनट
आपके पास बोलने के लिए कुछ है भी, अब्बास हफीज, आपके पास बोलने के लिए कुछ है तो मेरे पास सारी रात पड़ी है, मैं सुनूंगी आपको. लेकिन आपके पास बोलने के लिए क्या है कि मुंबई पुलिस ने किया क्या अब तक?
चलेंगे तो सुना जाएगा. हमारी बातें बोलने दीजिए ना. करुणा नंदी ने बोला तो आपने रोक दिया, मनस्वी ने बोला तो आपने रोक दिया.
ऐसा करिए अब्बास हफीज साहब, ऐसा करिए. आप इतना बोलने के बाद अगर मुद्दे पर बोलते तो समय आपके पास काफी था. लेकिन अगर आप समझते हैं कि आपको बोलने नहीं दिया जाता तो मैं ये जजमेंट अपने व्यूअर्स पे छोड़ती हूं. आई लीव दिस जजमेंट टू द व्यूअर्स. The defenders of the Mumbai police today are calling us biased. I want to ask you, dear viewers, is asking questions on a person who has a 14 lakh rupees net income in a year, 2018-2019, buys 2 plush properties. Is this wrong? When I ask the question, why after the FIR registered by the father of Sushant Singh Rajput on the 25th of July, the Mumbai police, with accused being named in the FIR as Riya Chakrabarti, did they even call her once to question her? Isn't this the right and valid question to ask? When I ask the question of the Riya charges made by the family and the fact that the 25th July is not the only FIR, complaints went on February 19th, 25th and even before that. And the Mumbai police did not ask what was the Mumbai police doing. Is that not a legitimate question? And when I ask, is there political pressure? Is the Mumbai police protecting and shielding Riya because they haven't called her, but they are vilifying the family of Sushant Singh Rajput? Is that not a legitimate question to ask? on this channel when we exposed every single unanswered question, including a testimony of Buddha Pithani, who found the body of Sushant Singh Rajput and who has not been questioned the way we questioned, and on camera showed you the inconsistency. Is that not a legitimate question? Why the Mumbai police is giving him such a long rope? Ladies and gentlemen, let us be vilified. We don't mind. But we will continue to ask the legitimate questions, because justice for Sushant is not a fight just for the family of Sushant Singh Rajput. Justice for Sushant is a campaign, and a campaign that has resonance with people of India, because this was a small town boy, any Indian ordinary citizen who went to the big bad world and tasted success at his own terms. Why was his life cut short? Was it deliberate, or was it, as they are calling it, a suicide? We are committed to get to the bottom of this entire investigation. Thank you very much to my panelists for joining me on debate number 1.